Hi, and welcome to my presentation for Idea Buccaneers, which is my design concept for this subject. Essentially, what Idea Buccaneers is an advocacy group similar to the idea of the Occupy movement. It's not a structured organization as such. It's this particular document is a framework under which advocacy for the rights of creatives can be enacted. Secondly, it's also a dynamic document. It's designed to be changed. Ideas are designed to be pulled out of it, put into it. It's not a static document, and as a result, I'm going to be sort of constantly growing this document as we draw towards the end of semester. And in a way, it's more of a conceptual framework or a basis upon which advocacy can grow. So I'm just going to run quickly through where I got to with the design. This is just essentially an A4 document which has various sections, mostly sort of outlining resources or ideas that could be enacted upon, or concepts. There's a manifesto sort of in there. There's a general framework, and I'm just going to run through quickly just each of the pages that I'm up to so far. The first page is just a very general outline of what Idea Buccaneers is and what it isn't. And this is just to sort of set the tone for the rest of the document. So under this, I've got, this is not a how-to guide. This is not a rigid set of rules. This is not an organization. This is not a static document. This is not for profit. This is not for a select few. This is not to be used to harm or intimidate. And this is not an academic research paper. This is, however, a call to arms for those unhappy with the status quo, an evolving conceptual framework, for those concerned with the theft of intellectual property, for those that despise counterfeiting, for those that believe the creative industry is not doing enough, for those that believe in social activism and the power of the web to connect and organise, for those that believe they can make a difference, a document to make you think, a document that you are free to read, share and disseminate, a document and an idea that will become what we make of it. And sort of from there, the next page, I just set out a very general framework of what the general concept of Idea Buccaneers is about. This is very emotive. There are no quotes from authors in here. It's just very, summed up really by the first paragraph, which is everything you believe in, everything you've worked hard for is under attack. And then the call to arms, what are you going to do about it? And then the next few pages is just a manifesto light, I guess, where I'm trying to. It's still a call to arms. It's still not very it's structured, but it's not particularly academic. Although I do pick a few stats in there to illustrate the bigger picture. And so I go through what each part of society, I guess, is doing to support this notion that ideas are everything, and outline what the downfalls are, and essentially at the end, it pretty much just draws to the conclusion that if something's going to be done about protecting the design industry and protecting copyright, developing anti-counterfeiting techniques, then it's pretty much going to be up to the design industry. And littered throughout the document, I want to continue to do things like this. Like these are just stickers, ideas for stickers. And I'm also going to do other, traditional marketing collateral like T-shirt designs, posters, website concepts, that sort of thing. And then what I've been working on for a couple of weeks now is a list of resources. And this is pretty crazy because, it's kind of like trying to condense everything about design, or every design resource that there is, into a few pages. So I'm trying to be a bit succinct about it. For example, I'm just breaking it down into areas that are very sort of specific in terms of organisations that you could potentially target, organisations that are already doing something about the issues, general industry groups, the people that are in the creative industry may not be aware of. So I've sort of broken it down into IP groups, anti-counterfeit groups, medical anti-counterfeit groups, patents and trademark resources, professional bodies, awards, exhibitions and events, and advocacy resources. So that's what I've got to so far. What's going to happen next? I'm going to further develop the traditional marketing collateral, sort of set up probably more like style guides, and then just do some suggestions on what could potentially be simple and easy ways to raise awareness of issues. I might also set up a Facebook page. I'm not really sure if I want to sort of take this into reality. I might be better off setting up a framework to illustrate how this could be implemented in a way that is organic and unstructured. Because remember, this is not an organisation. This is not. There will be no board members. There will be no secretaries. It's very much an organic advocacy group in the realms of the Occupy movement, and I want to sort of keep it that way. But still, there needs to be a catalyst. There needs to be a jump-off point. There needs to be something for people to rally around, probably over and above a document. So I'm going to sort of further investigate that. Thanks.